I'm most worried about homelessness and hunger. I don't see why people should be forced into hunger because the economics went wrong in 2008.
And it's affecting also the Sure Start and the children's centres. So it's affecting the whole community. So hopefully today will make a difference.
Yeah, I was on the poll tax demonstration. I was 7 months pregnant, I remember it. And we got rid of the poll tax and we got rid of Thatcher.
I started Taxpayers Against Poverty because I don't think it's fair to hit the very poorest tenants with rents they cannot pay simply because we haven't had a good housing policy or an affordable housing policy for the last 30 or 40 years.
Thatcher was defeated by a mass movement around the poll tax, and that's what we need again.
Today, we march for the mothers. We are the ones who do the majority of the work, the caring work in society.
It's a very unfair distribution of the burden, and you've got your millionaires getting a tax cut this month, and the poorest having to pay a bedroom tax. There's something gone chronically wrong with our notion of justice.
Let us think today of the mothers who will be affected by the cuts.
Tax the bedroom tax!
Tax the millionaires!
Tax the bedroom tax!
Tax the millionaires!
Tax the bedroom tax!
Tax the millionaires!
We don't want anybody being evicted. We don't want anybody being forced to move out of London.
Women would rather be in the social environment of a workplace than on their own in a home by themselves, under threat from the local authority because they can't pay their council tax.
I'm very pleased to be on this march. It represents all people, whether they're working or not, because even working people are being affected by many of these cuts.
I am a woman, I'm stay at home. I need money because I have children, no job, no money.
We're here from Invisible, Women with Visible and Invisible Disabilities, and we are here with mothers and non-mothers because we want recognition for mothers' caring work who are the first carers. At the moment there's a lot of new groups springing up, there's a lot of action. It's really a new mood of being able to support each other and change things because of getting together.
This is about society, the big society that Cameron calls it, coming together, and that means real people. That means trade unionists, community activists, workers, people on benefit claimants, people who work. We're all under attack here. Everybody's getting angry, but next we've got to get organised. This can be resisted. The poll tax was brought down by people collectively organising and refusing to pay. What we have to do is in every estate, in every street, people have got to come together, and if they're going to be threatened with eviction, then they have to collectively organise and say and support each other.
Probably more so than men, women with children, women that depend on the NHS, on social services, on public services. These men from the Bullingdon Club that have known a life of privilege, that have never had to live on £53 a week, that have been to the best schools, had the best education that money can buy, that rely on private health care. They don't understand what it's like to be somebody living on benefits and dependent on the state.
And it's about time the trade union said we're not going to make this happen. In Spain, the fire brigades union has said that they're there to help rescue people, not banks. They're not going to take any part in evictions. The locksmiths union have said they're not going to be placing new locks on houses which are evicted. And we need to see more examples of these kinds of resistance and declarations from unions in this country.
I mean, You can see today how many people have come out. People are angry. All it takes is for people to actually start to do it everywhere as much as possible.
These attacks on ordinary people are absolutely devastating, and they're deliberate cuts and they're deliberate kind of attacks on ordinary working class people, and we need to fight back. And this is just the start of the campaign. This is like the start of how we fight back, and you know, the more people that get involved, you know, we will see an end to these disgusting cuts and an end to this disgusting government.
Oh, well, I know that there's a follow-up meeting to today's march on the 22nd of April, and my feeling about what should happen next is that we should mobilise, we should make things happen, we should protest, support the unions, do what you can, act out, get angry and demand something more and something better.
We know what it's like when you haven't got money to feed the children. As Paul has said, when there's no shoes for them, when there's no coats. And every single benefit, they tell us we're workless, they've attacked us for being scroungers and workless, but raising the children, there is no harder job than raising children and feeding people and keeping us together, our kids together. When they say come back, we say fight back.
We've got to get angry, but we've also got to get organised, because we represent the majority, we represent the 99%. So what's got to come out of the march today is not just an expression of our anger, but we've got to organise together to defend our communities. That means we have to have meetings in every state, estate, in every street, in every community. People need to get together to say we are going to support our neighbours who are facing eviction. We are going to support our neighbours who are going to be taken to court because they can't pay the bedroom tax.
My name is Oktay and I'm from the loudest group in this march from Daima, which is the Turkish. We are sure that today in this march that it is not just about mothers who are being affected. We are all being affected. People who are on the bottom. It's not the millionaires, it's not the rich people who are being affected by this. When Cameron and his posh boys are cutting some of our services, they've also cut some of the corporation tax for the rich to make sure they become £100,000 richer or so. Now we need to be very careful. We need to be very careful in making sure that we see this fight as a fight of all of us, regardless of our race, color, gender, religion, so we can fight this enemy together. Thank you very much.
And we need to be uniting together. Every demonstration, every fight back, every strike, we need to be supporting and showing solidarity for each other. United we stand, divided we fall. Don't fall for the divisions. Fight the real enemy. Get the Tories out.
Love it!